place where the magic happens. Conversations flow and the laughter snapping. Here at Netter's Network, where the stories come alive. Every episode's a journey, every guest a drive. Netter's Network, tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netter's Network, where the world's on the go.
The weirdness, if you're here, great. You're probably on the old stream. We're working to redirect everyone. Give me a second. Just going to StreamYard. I'll take care of it. All right. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, technical difficulties beyond Netter's control. I am doing what I can as the stage manager. Bear with me.
So, how is everyone doing tonight? Excuse me. Tonight we're going to be having a very interesting topic. It's one that we have mentioned before, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth into it. Troy is very pro EVMux. All I know is StreamYard. I don't really know much about EVMux except for what I know for what he's mentioned. And then I think in the thumbnail he had another one up there, but I don't remember what it was. Restream, I think. So we're going to be talking about these different streaming services and pros and cons. Now, I know that StreamYard changed their membership, I guess you would call it, and that's what started Troy off on going to EVMux. But before we get all into that, let me say hello to my chat. Okay, don't know if I can bring people up, so I'm just going to say it. First,
you should be able to, just like in StreamYard, just click on them and bring them up.
Okay, give me a minute.
Starting with the first one we see here, which is Curtis. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm not at the beginning. Looks like Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Very first one. Kapla, welcome. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Good to see you. Although it is possible you guys are on the other stream. I haven't had a chance to send it out yet.
Yeah, it's like what I'm seeing is Age Boomers first. And then Connie Cleary. How you doing, sweetie?
Jesse Guajardo, good to see you. Yep, Connie Cleary, awesome. Good to see you as well. Deleted Seams, yes, that was weird. Technical difficulties, very sorry. Salute, my friend. The Bosco Scenario was just here with us a couple weeks ago. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank, wonderful supporter of both of our channels. You are wonderful. Restream had some recent problems. I just had one tonight here on EVMux or EVMux, however it's pronounced. And I think that's everyone that I am seeing currently. I am going to share out the new stream with apologies to everyone. Share to X.
Yep, I'm going to have to do the same thing.
Trying this again.
I do hope that you are all having a wonderful evening. It's been a day, I'll tell you that.
I know Netter hasn't been feeling too well, and I've been feeling not so great myself in a very different way.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a repost. No, not repost, but put the right link in. Thursday things link.
There we go. All right. So, I guess this is probably as good a place to start as any. Yeah. So, just recently talking with the team behind the scenes, and kind of reiterating the reasons that I moved from StreamYard to EvMux. I'm going to start saying EvMux until someone corrects me, because it looks like it's just one word. About a year and some odd months ago, I had decided, well, everything's going well with StreamYard. I like StreamYard. It's working out really well. I am going to go ahead and get a year-long subscription at their core level, the mid-level. And because you get a pretty decent deal by signing up for a year, I signed up for a year. And as you would expect, that's a bit of a financial investment. So I was paying very close attention to what services I was receiving for that annual subscription. I don't even want to say what it is, but as we start talking numbers later on, you might be able to come close to calculating it. And I came to realize that after about 6 months at that tier level, they decided they were changing the services they were providing at the different tier levels and raising their prices by more than double. So I literally lost the services I was expecting to receive that I had signed up for. So Gorilla's Censored Thoughts is saying that you believe it's EvMux. Okay, I'll take you at your word. That does sound better to me, to be honest with you. But yeah, I was not too happy when you sign on for a year-long service. They should not be changing the service levels in the middle of it. I was not very happy. Now, I've already been through it all. Yes, I could have raised a stink about it, breach of contract, gone to small claims court. It would have cost me more to take them to court than it would have been to get my money refunded to me. And that's how they screw you. But I decided, to hell with that. I'm going with someone else. And the someone else I decided to go with was EvMux. You know what? Let me just let me see. There's got to be an easy way for me to do this. There's still a bit of a learning curve for me. Here it is. Entire screen. I don't want to share the sound. There we go. And let me bring this up, blow it up. There we go. So these prices, take them with a grain of salt. As I was sharing with the folks behind the scenes, that StreamYard deal that it's offering me is them trying to get me back. But even at the lower rates, you will see that their prices are nearly twice what EvMux is charging. And for less service even. I mean, here you get multi-streaming to 9 destinations on EvMux and multi-stream to 8. Less. That is less. I would be paying almost twice as much, and I'm getting less streams that I can stream to. I get 4 collaborator seats over here.
You get 4 seats there.
Okay, yeah. So it is the same number of seats. That's true. It looks like 50 gigabytes of storage as opposed to, it looks like,
Your icon's in the way. I can't read what's.
4,000. Anyway, the point is, if you're just looking at their basic plan compared to the core plan, $20 a month as opposed to really $45 a month. That's just insane. As of May 1st, I have been on EVMux as well. I'd love to know, Bosco, if that's for the same reasons that I'm describing, because actually I've heard a lot of people talking about that.
Okay, if you go by the plans are up here,
Mhm.
let's say that you're going to do the pro one. And actually, I got this one wrong. Give me a sec. So that is $68.99 times 12. Okay, so for StreamYard, their advanced, it says, well, $68.99. But you said that's just an enticement, so
Yeah.
normally it's more. Okay,
So it's really $88.99. That's the regular price.
$88.99 times 12. Okay, so it's $1,067.88. If they decide to keep the enticement to get people to sign up and stay with that,
Mm-hmm.
then it's, which one is it? $68.99 times 12. $827.88.
Yeah.
Whereas for EVMux, FMux, of whatever it is, it's $39 a month. Times 12 is $468. So
Yeah.
that is half the price of the teaser and a quarter of the regular price. If that's not just this is what our price really is, but we're giving it to you for a special price. So if that's not really a teaser, that's what they're trying to offer everyone to make it look like you're getting a really good deal. It's still
Bosco answered the question. He said, yeah, 100%. So there you go. Exactly right. And like I said, I've been hearing a lot of people saying exactly the same thing. Just saying that's not only, the big price difference, but it's just dirty pool what they did to their annual subscribers. Now, again, I will say this as well. Both of them do the same thing. You'll notice up here, I am showing you, although it's broken down by month, this is if you have the annual prepay. If you pay for the full year, these prices are this. They go up by about $10 a month if you don't.
Now,
and that's both of them.
Something else, though, that I noticed.
The ratios would be the same, though.
When looking at the EVMux plans that are here,
Mm-hmm.
once I actually signed up, that $19 jumped a little bit to, I think it was like 20, what was it? It's like, I know to go to the pro tier for me, it would be $49.
Unless you put it on annual.
Oh, wait, did I have it on annual?
Yeah, that's the big difference.
But remember, because right now I'm doing the free one.
Right.
I haven't done anything, so let's see. So, come on. Sign me out.
Now, the other thing that I do have to say, that although in just about every way you get more service from each tier of EVMux, I do have to say there is a learning curve. I am under the impression that there are a lot of people that are still using StreamYard because it's what they know. And look, if you're fine with it at the free service level, that's perfectly fine. I totally understand that. But when you're trying to get your monetized channel really going, you're trying to have a team behind the scenes, share, seats so that I can, like tonight, run the show for Netter, and if something comes up and I got to step away, she can take over and so forth. Right now I have Netter and Boomer as partners on my channel. I'm looking to add deleted scenes as well, so that
Okay.
We can manage each other's streams.
I was actually wrong. It only jumped if I was doing monthly. You were right.
Yep.
But if I look at right now, I've got the free plan.
Mm-hmm.
So if I decided that I wanted to upgrade, say, to even basic for
Mm-hmm.
FMux, EVMux, whatever we're calling this
Mm-hmm.
thing, for the basic, because Troy's not seeing this because he does the pro tier, so he can't see other billing, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
It says for basic, $19 a month. If I'm doing the yearly one, it's $228 a year. If I want to do the pro, which is $39 a month, it's $468 a month. I mean, sorry, a year.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, this was
again a half to a third of what StreamYard is charging.
Well, and the difference being, this was me not signed in. This is what you're going to see if you go there.
Yes,
right
but
now.
I have signed in.
I understand. Whereas, like I had said before, I was signed into StreamYard when I got this screen grab. So, but
well, let's see. I'm
yeah,
not
and
paying
see,
anything on StreamYard, so let me see what that
this is what I was getting at. Lester's saying it too. Greater learning curve, but better features. For example, for every show that every live repeating show that I do, let's go through it. Tonight's show, Geeky Geezers, Last Call, Netter's Retro Cinema, at least going forward, the Monday members stream, Blake 7 on Tuesdays, all of those are repeating every week, same time. So I create a studio for those. Only recently did StreamYard start offering studios, but those studios in StreamYard do not have the studio customizability that EVMux has. I got to be honest with you, I have not even begun to tap into all of the features that EVMux provides. You can have animations. You can literally have animations within animations. I could pull in a picture of, let's say, a laptop with a computer, and then I could have a running animation superimposed on that screen on that laptop. I haven't yet learned how to do that. It's not beyond my capabilities, but it's just, I've been trying to do so many other things. I haven't had a chance to look at that yet.
Okay. I'm signed into StreamYard, and I have the exact same price as you do for StreamYard. So it's not a teaser trying to get you back. It might just be, we're trying to show you a deal. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
So,
but look, even if you look at those lower prices, $69 a month is still, way too much. Way too much. I am still better off with the Pro, $39 a month for EVMux than even the Core. Well, okay, yeah, maybe the Core is a couple bucks a month less. It's not worth it though, considering the difference in what you're actually getting from EVMux.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to find pricing before you sign in on StreamYard, and so far I haven't found anything.
Now, I will say another shortcoming that I've had with EVMux is sometimes when you go live, look, I'm just gonna say it. This is just, this isn't coincidence. This is illustration. The problem that we had at the start of tonight's stream, that was an EVMux problem. They don't have the bandwidth apparently that StreamYard has. But again, I feel like I'm willing to deal with that, as long as people know that that's a possibility. I'd say though, 99 times out of 100, the problems that we have with the stream is a loose nut behind the wheel. Something screwy between keyboard and CPU. In other words, I screw up. User error, not the platform. But yeah. So welcome, Agent Boomer. Just talking about the stuff that you have seen Deleted and myself chatting about in our DM chat. So yeah. Now, I did mention that the other platform that I am aware of is one called Restream. This was one that also came up when I was looking for other services. Yeah, well, no, when I say bandwidth, I don't mean the same kind of bandwidth that you're talking about there. I just think that there is, and you'll find this too if instead of the YouTubes you're using the Green Machine. The Green Machine has been in court fighting for its right to be able to access services that Google has been trying to keep them from, which makes things challenging, right? YouTube has an advantage that way, and I think that by the same token, StreamYard is better integrated with YouTube and Rumble and some of the others than EVMux is. Rumble could almost get its own conversation some other time. I'm not ready to get into that, but there's a lot of features lacking in Rumble that aren't there in YouTube. I will say this about Rumble, though. The one thing that it's got an advantage on over YouTube is you don't keep getting copyright strikes for, every little thing, and content warnings every time you mention Mustache Man or unaliving somebody. I kid you not. This is like Maoist China over here. The minefield of words you've got to go through to not piss off the overlords. I probably just got struck just for that. But over on Rumble, no problem. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk. We're not doing Rumble versus YouTube tonight. We're doing the streaming platforms.
Okay, I have been searching through all the little minutia on StreamYard. They will not tell you their payment plan until after you sign up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find, what the prices are and all this. It just keeps saying, sign up for free. Sign up for free. It's like, yeah, but I want to know what your prices are before I sign up. And it won't tell me anyway.
Okay. Little trigger warning for those that might be offended. I'm going to say something that might be interpreted as a slur, but because I have a vowel at the end of my name, I should be okay. Right? Talking about an Italian company. StreamYard was bought up by an Italian company. I do believe they were Sicilian. And I remember my grandfather saying, you got to watch out for the Sicilians. They'll steal the soles off your shoes while you're walking. I don't know how true that is, but I will tell you, I really feel ripped off by this company, StreamYard. I really, really do. Did you hear about Google may be forced to give up some of its stuff like YouTube? Yes. They lost their court case against, I think it was it the DOJ? Their most analysts believe that Google is now going to be broken up like Ma Bell. They are being looked at for antitrust. And so that's the first step. Thank you so much, Geek Flag with Nate Knows. He's telling you that he's sorry he's late for $2. Look, I'll tell you, you buy a lot of forgiveness with that little offering. I'm just saying, But that's kind of a little side note. I grew up Catholic. I still have Catholic flashbacks when someone hands me a ruler. I hit the deck like a bomb went off. But there was, you always, when you're at Catholic service, they always pass around the basket for collections, and then every so often they would have special collections for special missions, or I don't know, Cardinal Cody's girlfriend or something. I don't know, but I always felt like you had to pay to pray, right? You had to pay to have your sins forgiven and stuff. So that's why I make the joke about making an offering when asking for forgiveness. But anyway, so yeah, if there is anyone here in the chat, or if you're catching this on the replay later on, and you want to just let us know in the comments what your experience is if you have used this Restream. Again, I brought that up because end of last year I was asking in all the YouTuber-y type forums what stream services that everyone used, and they were all talking about dumping StreamYard, and EVMux and Restream were the two that came up the most. And it seemed like I was getting more positive, looked like I was getting more positive recommendations for EVMux. When I looked at both of them, EVMux was similar enough that I was able to kind of wrap my head around it. Restream looked very, very different to me. I may be wrong about that. That was gut instinct. And since I was coming up on my annual renewal and I refused to pay StreamYard again another single dollar, I just bit the bullet, switched to EVMux, and haven't looked back. And there have been some struggles. I think some of them you have seen, like the start of tonight's stream, and some of them you haven't, in one case, accidentally setting up Boomer's stream twice. So it was apparently going live on 2 separate streams on the same channel, which doesn't sound like it should be possible, but I did it because, well, if something can be screwed up, I'm the guy who's going to do it for sure. Troy, ever since Google bought out YouTube, the YouTube services have gone downhill. I know. And this is the problem with monopolies. This is why it is in the consumer's best interest for monopolies to be broken up. Because when you have a monopoly, where are you going to go? Right? If you need to ship something, you have the choice of USPS, FedEx, UPS, DHL. You've got all these different shipping services. Can you imagine if there was only one? If FedEx bought all of them? And then if they start, behaving like the USPS and losing your mail and, whatever, takes however long it takes to get there, we don't know. Goes to the wrong place. You may get it, you may not, whatever. What choice do you have? You can't go anywhere. Well, same kind of situation with YouTube. Why are so many people on YouTube? Because it's the biggest game in town. Thankfully, though, there are other options. Rumble is the next best, right? They are growing. They are getting there. And I think this Google situation is going to really help it. But, yeah, I'll take money from YouTube, but I will not give them my money. I'll give my money to Rumble before I give it to them. Because as I said, you got me off on this tangent I didn't want to get on. But anyway, let me finish my thought. Rumble, I was monetized from day one. Day one, first video, I was monetized. YouTube, you've seen us have to jump through all the hoops. You need 1,000 subscribers. You need 1,000 watch hours. No, I think maybe it was 500 subscribers, 1,000 watch hours in a year. Remember, that's 1,000 watch hours in a year. So every month that number resets. So if I had a really good month, 11 months ago, I gotta be able to match that on a month for month basis, or I'm going to lose hours, which is partly why I've added, more streams to the week. That's why I started doing the Monday stream. That's why I started doing the Blake 7 thing, and I'm actually thinking about starting another live stream. Just throwing that out there. That's a little inside baseball for those of you that tuned in tonight. But yeah, I think it's going to help the other companies to get to grow. I have EVMux as well, free plan for now. I wouldn't, if you're using a free plan anyway, I recommend it. You're not losing anything on it. I started out with the free plan too, just to learn how to use it until I felt confident enough that I could, okay, yeah, I can. Because honestly, I needed to go at least to a core plan, a basic plan, because I needed, Boomer and I needed to be partnered up.
Okay, I actually found one thing on StreamYard pricing.
Okay.
Pricing had moved from $25 for the core plan to $44.99 a month.
Yeah, it's almost double.
And this was as of September 11th, 2024.
Right. Exactly right. And that just priced them out of the market. I said, to hell with that. That's just ridiculous. What do you think of Musk buying YouTube? I don't see it happening, but if he did, I'd be kind of for it. Let's face it, it was great for X, but I think that's where X falls short. I mean, I also streamed X, not my rewatch streams. That seems kind of pointless. But like Geeky Geezers and Last Call, I stream those to X for convenience sake. But there's almost no reach there. It gets lost in the noise over there, and it doesn't send out, I mean, you guys complain about not receiving notifications on YouTube. There are no notifications on X. So, when it comes to online video websites, in the early days, it was Dailymotion, YouTube, and Google Video. I don't even remember Google Video. Dailymotion is still around. It's mostly just for the crap
I thought Dailymotion was a YouTuber.
No, it's a platform. It's I have to believe that it's an offshore thing. I don't think it's a US thing.
I don't know if you answered this because I was searching StreamYard and wasn't really paying attention to the chat. Nate asked, "What's the difference between the free at the $19 and the $39?"
Okay, let's take a look at that. And you know what? Real quick, let me. There we go. That's better. Let me also, Jesse, I'm going to take you down so that I can kind of show here. Yeah, it might not be easy to see, but so I think we'd have to kind of drill into. In fact, let me open up an EVMux pricing screen.
Excuse me.
I didn't realize when I did this clip, I cut something off. It's not a big deal, but just for full disclosure, what's left off at the bottom here is powered by EVMux watermark. So no matter what your branding is, it comes up with the like when you drive off the dealer's lot and it's got the dealership sticker on the back. It's that kind of a thing. Whereas with the basic plan, you don't have to, schlep for EVMux. In fact, on a stream to stream basis, you wouldn't even know I'm using EVMux since I don't have that up. But you have limits on how many people can share out the stream. Like right now, I'm on my channel as well as Netter being on her channel. If I had wanted to, if I had more people in here, like if Deleted was in here, he'd be able to share it out to his streams, his different platforms as well, to Rumble, to, X, to whatever. You can't really, you're very limited in what you can do on the free plan. It's even more than that. You can only stream up to 2 hours live on the free plan, and a limit of 30 hours per month. So if I was to use the free plan for Last Call, it would be a 2-hour stream, and boom, we're done.
Are you talking about on EVMux or on StreamYard?
On the free EVMux plan. But I'm sure that's true on StreamYard as well. Yeah. So here you can only stream to 2 destinations with the free plan. On the basic plan, you can stream to 4. Can multi-stream to 9 on the pro plan. So yeah, on this I could stream to YouTube and Rumble, and that would be it. Here I could do YouTube, Rumble, X, and I don't know, Odyssey, right? Here I could do 9 different multi-streams at once, and honestly, I'm not even taking advantage of that yet, but I need to expand, because if I'm going to, you want to maximize the platforms that you're on, because each one is a potential revenue stream, right? You can do up to, you can't do pre-recording using the platform. But was it a couple weeks ago, Netter did the pre-recording with Pops?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't available at the time she usually goes live. Well, we did that here on EVMux because she couldn't do that on StreamYard.
Well, I don't know how to do it on StreamYard.
You can't do it on StreamYard because you don't have a paid plan over there. So there is no question about it. Yeah, you can pre-record up to 3-hour stream, on the pro plan. Yeah, you can have up to 12 people on your panel in pro. I think for the free plan. Oh, I guess this is always true. Up to 12 participants on screen. So yeah, no matter what plan you have, you got that same limit. Honestly, I can't do panels with more than about 4 or 5 people.
It just gets to be a jumble.
It does.
Then you got people
and
talking over one another.
If you don't have people that know how to conduct themselves, in a panel and not talk over each other and stuff, it really does become chaos. So yeah, those are some of the big standout differences. Hello, my friends. Just woke up. Sorry, I'm like, no worries, Big Al. No worries. Looking forward to hanging out with you tomorrow afternoon for the what's it called? A Return of the King, Rankin and Bass. That's going to be fun.
It's always a fun time with Big Al.
Well, yeah. He's good people. If Musk buys out YouTube, he'll probably call it Y or 2Y. Actually, yeah, I'm glad you brought me back to that topic, Jesse, because I wasn't finished with what I wanted to say about that. X, like I said, doesn't get a lot of visibility, but how cool would it be if the X share and YouTube were combined, right? If it was all just part of X, right? And I could do what I'm doing on YouTube, in a more fair and transparent way. See, that's the other big thing, right? One of the things that Elon Musk did with X was he made it very clear what the rules were, and he was going to apply them fairly. They were not being applied fairly under the previous management. If you were of a particular method of thinking, of political philosophy, you would be hit for anything and nothing, sometimes without being told what you've done wrong, and banned from the platform. Well, now actually, I haven't seen a whole lot of that anymore at all. But it's a much more fair system under Elon. I would like to believe the same thing would happen at YouTube. And ironically, YouTube behaves very, very much like the old X, right? Where 2 different streamers can do very similar streams just on opposite sides of an issue. One of them gets demonetized. The other one, no one even blinks. So I'd
yeah.
like to think that's another thing that we would see change. Welcome, Maddy. Hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. And Caveat Ties. Welcome. Good to see you. So anyway, yeah, that was my screed. That was my, yeah, when Netter said, yeah, let's talk about a topic because we don't have a guest for tonight. I said, oh, I got a topic to talk about. And so in the last call, deleted scenes, behind the scenes discussion, he made a joke. So how much is Evie Mux paying you to promote them? This is not a paid endorsement. I am just sharing my experience, and it's less that I am endorsing Evie Mux than I am arguing against StreamYard. Right? I am not telling you to chew gum. I'm telling you to quit smoking. That's what it comes down to, take up whistling, chewing on your pencil, whatever it takes, just quit smoking. And I'm saying Evie Mux is what I know, so I'll share my experience with you on that. But whether it's Evie Mux or it's Restream, or my understanding is that OBR, you can use OBR, which I think is actually even free.
Okay, for those of us who don't know what that is, like me, what is OBR?
I don't know what it stands for, but it is the free downloadable software that you can use to, like, if I was a gamer and I was streaming the games that I'm playing.
Okay.
You can set everything you see in StreamYard, Evie Mux, or whatever, completely controllable by you. How and where everything is and what it does and all that. But it is high level,
like resolution and stuff.
Not resolution, but you got to be a computer guy to know how all this stuff works, and sound integration and video integration. And I don't know. Open broadcasting software. Thank you very much, Lester Santos. I don't know that knowing what it stands for actually helps tell us what it is.
And yeah, Nate, I'm okay. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I'm sniffling. So don't want to concern anybody. Actually, I'm not even sure now if it's a cold or allergies or a combination of both.
That means a lot to me, Nate. It really, really does. There's not many things positive that I can say about myself, but I guard that one. I mean, I'm never going to have looks. So the best I could do is be an honest and trustworthy guy. So, yeah, this is what I've heard from the gaming people. OBR is really good for gaming. A lot of them use that, and then send it out to Twitch or YouTube or whatever they do. I don't know it well enough. The only thing that I've used it for is if I want to capture some video from something that I'm doing, like, for example, a game. Then I will take that saved footage, pull it into a video, and edit it. Does that strong fair use policy?
A new system of copyright claims where one gets the money until settled in court, and punishments on the a-hole who dropped the claims.
Yeah, so let me, and I'm assuming that what you're talking about is the YouTube policy. So here's the plus and the minus of the YouTube system. First, they changed it. They don't automatically give your money to the other guy, right? I mean, I guess what you said is essentially true. You've just kind of missed some steps there. By and large, what generally happens is I'll get a copyright claim, right? Usually for some music or a shared clip or something like that. And 9 times out of, well, no, I won't say that. About half the time, it's something that I kind of knew. Something I guessed would possibly happen, and I either clipped that piece out or I just demonetized the privatized the stream or whatever it was. For example, I'll give you an example. Members that joined me on Sunday afternoon, I did a what's it called? A rewatch or special feature of It's the Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown. And I did an intro that used none of the sound or music from it, but an extended clip from the cartoon with a countdown over it. I had thought that maybe the countdown would be enough that the YouTube automatic system wouldn't bother me about that. And they did. So I said, you know what? This is a rewatch. There's really no point in this being public anyway. And I privated it. Actually, I may have made it available to the members, but chances are, who's really going to go back to see that since the movie isn't actually there? It's just us, talking about it for a half hour. So that's an example, right? And okay, fair enough. I mean, I can see that. I wouldn't fight that. If it was something I wanted to keep up, I would have just clipped that little piece out of it, the countdown. Especially on a past live stream, there's no reason to have a countdown. You're not waiting for people to come in live. But the other half of the time is I'm getting hit for music. And those are usually easily cleared up just by contesting it. Because all the music that I use, I know I have the right to use. The one that I get hit for the most is, or had gotten hit for the most, not anymore. There's a piece of music that we use on Tuesday for Live from Sparkwood 21. It's put out by a YouTuber, and he does, that kind of, ambient electro type music. And this one is specifically inspired by Twin Peaks. And he makes it freely available as long as you accredit him. And I not only do I do that, but I tag him in it. The link is there to his channel, to his video. So, because I want people to go check him out. He's got some really good music. If you, just want to veg out and you're into that 80s synth wave type stuff, just throw on his channel and let it play. It's some good music. If you need music for your videos, you can use it as well. So anyway, I was getting automatically hit by the algorithm and I was getting copyright claim. Copyright claim means you got about a month, I think it is, to contest it. And the money doesn't automatically go to the person that's claiming it. It goes kind of into escrow. So I just, say, hey, this is royalty free. Look, go to this link. You'll see. And they always clear it up within 24 to 48 hours. I guess it depends on when I send the message back to them. Never had a problem. They clear the funds. I haven't lost $1 on that. So, but I will tell you, and I mentioned this on Sunday. I think it was Sunday, or maybe it was last week. Netter and I, no, Netter wasn't there. I appeared on Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Who's here in the chat, by the way? If I didn't say hi to you earlier, Wade, welcome.
He just got here.
Yes.
Hi, Wade.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the point where I would have to go to a court of law over anything, because there has not been anything so egregious that I was like, this is absolutely, but I know that other people have had, but yeah, let me share the experience that I was actually surprised by this. And Wade, if I misspeak, correct me please in the chat. But I think it's pretty. So he had me on for a watch party of Tron, and so just like when I would get together with Al or whatever for a watch party, I signed on to the platform with him, and so I was like, so is there like a Cosme link or something for the movie, or? And he's like, no, we're gonna just play it right here. I'm like, oh, I important point of the story. This was on Rumble. It was a Rumble exclusive, and I'm like, you're just gonna play the movie over Rumble? And he goes, yeah. As long as we're talking over it, Rumble isn't, sees it as transformative and commentary and doesn't give you a problem. I'm like, okay. And and Wade, let me know. We had trouble with that stream, but it was bandwidth related. It wasn't from Rumble. Did they give you any problems about playing Tron on the stream? And yes, as he's pointing out, we will be redoing that stream because we had so many interruptions and hiccups. We will be redoing that in May. I believe that's May. Bear with me. I mean, as long as we're on the topic, let me share. I think he said May 3rd, so that's a week from Saturday. We will be doing Tron and Tron Legacy on Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips on Rumble exclusively. So come by and watch that with us. I'm really looking forward to it. I even had my copies of Tron and Tron Legacy already, and I was like, Wade, if you need me to put up the Cosme link, I'll share them on Cosme, whatever. He's like, no, we're just going to play them right on Rumble, and apparently there wasn't a problem. Oh man, I would trust you with my life, my money, and my wife because you know that I could be trusted in such a way. I would treat your wife like I was her brother. I would treat your money like the
like
parable.
It was mine.
Well, I was going to say like the parable. No, I would probably treat it better than that. Like the parable in the Bible. If you gave me a quarter, I'd try to give you 2 back because I invested it wisely. Best I can do with your life is not get you killed. I can't do better than that. But yeah. I was talked down from delete. Oh yeah, because he was originally going to delete it because it got all funky. But he wasn't going to be taking it down because of a copyright thing or anything like that. But he is checking on it just to be sure to see. I've never gotten hit for anything over on Rumble. I'm trying to remember if I've ever even had a situation on Rumble where a stream was considered to be not monetizable. There may have been in the early days, but I didn't care so much because a lot of my earlier streams I just didn't care for. Oh, is this the link for the upcoming stream? Let me check that out. You must be on my YouTube. Let me just click on that link real quick and see. Oh, this is the one that we had done. This was the this was the stream. And yeah, you can see Tron there. You can hear the movie. Yes, our faces are there. It's inset, just like if you were watching it in Cosme, but it's going out over Rumble. See? So yeah, no, I got you. That's the old one. But yeah, go check it out if for no other reason so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Kind of get an illustration of it. I would bring it up here, but boom, we'd get hit right away because, YouTube. But, and so far as I saw, it's still monetized. Yeah. So, See, that's the upside of a model like StreamYard, or not StreamYard, like Rumble. The video is the same video as the day we went up. The way we do the rewatches here, all you get is the commentary here on YouTube. And if you are live with us, you can watch the Cosme link to watch the movie off platform. But there's really very little sense keeping that stream up after the fact, because anyone that shows up is just going to listen to our commentary. And for some people, I've heard that's okay. Some of our regulars will say, no, that's fine. I want to hear your commentary. I know the movie. I've seen the movie. I could almost imagine it as you guys are talking about it. I've literally had people say that to us. That's fine.
That's when we're actually talking. We get so involved in watching the movie, sometimes we forget to talk.
Yes, that has happened. I'm so talkative. I forget to remind myself, I'm allowed to talk through this movie, because my mom used to be just, shut up, don't talk while the movie's playing. Okay, just like you got to eat everything on your plate. They're starving children in China or something like that. I'm like, well, it's their fault for having a communist government. What can I tell you? That confused my mother when I said that. They're starving children in China. Well, it's not my fault they have a communist government. And she was like, I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah. But when I put up my first YouTube video, I got a copyright strike for the music in the video. My son created that music, and my channel isn't monetized. So my response was, "Go kick rocks." Yeah, I was getting hit for so many copyright strikes on my early streams, and it was before I was monetized anyway. So I was like, I don't give a crap. Although many times I did take them down, because I was like, I'm not giving any money to whomever it is that's claiming that copyright. But see, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about with copyrights. You should have contested that and said, this is music my son wrote, and he's not claiming a copyright against me. So let's get this cleared up now.
Yeah, basically, who's doing the strike? Because it's not my son and it's not me.
Oh, and Wade saying this is why he went over to Rumble. Yeah. Another behind the scenes thing. I was actually planning to have Netter broadcast this on her StreamYard, not StreamYard, on Rumble.
Oh, Rumble.
But we didn't have enough time to get it set up before we went live. So, but going forward, you're going to see more and more of our streams going out simulcasting on Rumble. They can watch a movie, one of their own, while they listen to.
They can watch the movie while listening to
us. Yeah. That's how some people do it. I just choose to give them one place to go. I put it out on, in other words, my copy of the film, I will play over a shared Cosme link so that everyone can watch the same stream, the same version. If something goes cattywampus and I have to hit pause, we're all paused together. You know what I mean? But yes, most other people just use their own copy. Let's face it, I'm doing it too for the people that don't have a copy. Sometimes I like to share some very obscure films that people might not have. I actually shared fan films and other things that are not available out there, so, you need that kind of a share to do. Let's see. Oh yeah. And they removed it. And you know what I've come to realize? It's actually, I'm actually surprised that I don't get more copyright strikes, but I had a whole bunch of them, and YouTube had gotten really good about clearing them up. I didn't run into what some people have run into, where they have gotten a license for a piece of music, and some squatter company has claimed rights to it that they didn't actually have. Those are the ones that YouTube doesn't want to get involved in, and you would have to go to court over. I thought it had happened to me once because I used a piece of music that I licensed from another vendor, and I contacted them when I got hit with the copyright claim, and I'm like, they're saying that it's copyright, and I know I have the license, and they're like, oh, don't worry, I just emailed you a copy of the license. You share that with YouTube, and they'll take care of it. Apparently, this happens to them all the time, and it absolutely did. Did you see my question request? I meant, can you show me how to reschedule on Rumble? Yes, I can. Okay. I'm talking way more about Rumble than I intended, but it does seem like it's
something that you can show relatively quickly? Because I'm going to say, bring up Rumble and show them real quick.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
So I need you to answer one question for me, Wade. Do you set up have you set up live streams on YouTube in advance? Like scheduled them for, a day or two out? Well, no. I understand what Netter was saying, though. She was basically saying, because not just you, other people might want to know this as well. And I would like to share it, but here is the shortcoming of Rumble, at least as it stands. And I was sharing this with Netter before. So Netter has scheduled on YouTube her rewatches into the middle of summer. I have already tomorrow night's last call. We've got up the Tuesday stream for Live from Sparkwood in 21. I cannot set up Rumble for those streams until the day. You can't set up a Rumble stream more than 24 hours in advance.
Which is kind of sucky.
They've claimed that they're working on it. I don't know what it is. But yes, I can, and that's what, and this was what I was leading up to, Wade. We'd almost have to do it the day of the day of the show. But what you do, you know what? I think I will do this. Give me a second. I'm going to bring up my Rumble.
Like I said, you can show it. He doesn't necessarily have to do it right now.
Yeah. I'm not going to go through all the steps, but just so you kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay. So I don't think I have to change anything. I can just bring this up here, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes,
so you should be seeing my Rumble studio, right? So if you want to set up a future stream, you go up here and you're going to go live, but you're as opposed to posting a video, and you go live. Ignore this. I hate this using templates. I hate their template system. Create a new live stream. Heck, I'm going to just do this right now. Last call with, or no. Last call, Doctor Who,
Last call
retrospective, the Tennant years. I have standard text that I put in here, but for now it's just to be determined, right? The categories I always go with: entertainment and TV and movies, right? There we go. Doctor Who, of course. Last call. I don't have a thumbnail yet, but you would choose a thumbnail, and then you would go later time. See? In this case, it would be tomorrow night at, you can do it right down here, at 9 o'clock p.m. Apply. Next. And then you just accept the terms and conditions and submit. I'm not going to do that right now because I want to redo this with the thumbnail and the full text and everything. But then it creates the stream and it's ready to go when you're ready to go live. That's really all there is to it. Yeah. But your problem is you can't do it in more than 24 hours in advance. I know. But you know what you do? Friday evening, on May 1st, or I'm sorry, May 2nd, I guess it would be for you. May 2nd, go ahead and set it up that evening. Then start sharing out the stream on your socials. It does suck, but I'll tell you what, the more of us that start using it and then start sending notes to Rumble saying, hey, when are you going to extend this 1 day thing, But how do I connect through like StreamYard and Access? Okay. I don't know about StreamYard. I use EVMux, and that's a little bit more complicated. I can always blow this up. Let me go ahead and submit it. Okay. So there's 2 pieces of information that you're going to need. You're going to need the direct link. That one's easy. That's what you're going to share out on your socials anyway. Then you want to get the stream configuration. You're going to need the server URL and the stream key. And you're going to enter those into your EVMux. Probably StreamYard has something similar to that. There are videos out there that people have shared on how to do that. Remind me what platform you're using. If you're using StreamYard or if you're using EVMux or Restream or what it is. I can't help you with Restream. I don't know Restream at all. I might be able to recall how to do it on StreamYard. I could definitely help you on EVMux because I'm doing it a couple times a week. You're using Restream. I'm sorry, I can't help you with Restream. I don't know it. I haven't used it, so I don't know. But I'm sure it's gonna require the same information. You're gonna want to grab this this server URL and stream key. You put it in, and then they're connected. So when you go live on Restream, it starts presenting on Rumble. So that's how that works. Okay. So good. I was able to kind of explain the process to you. So that's the first step is you set up your live stream on Rumble in advance, less than 24 hours in advance. And then you got to kind of manually plug that information into your stream. If you want, Wade, maybe earlier on Saturday, shoot me a note. I'll try to come on and we'll see if we can't figure it out together. If you can just share a screen with me or whatever. I'd better make sure that I cancel this stream because don't want it. Delete. Confirm. Yes. And I'll set it up again afterwards. Good. I'm glad I was able to help you out with that, and I will help you more with that particular stream going forward. This was really my goal, was to help a lot of you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are streaming, assisting other people in streaming, and those of you that aren't streaming, maybe you're just interested in a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, some of the technical things that YouTubers are doing It's when you sometimes hear a bit of stress in my voice, and say this streaming stuff isn't very easy. These are some of the kinds of things that we're dealing with, and these are the things that kind of get to us. Yeah. So once again, I took over your stream. I'm sorry.
That's fine, because you were SME on this stuff.
I was the subject matter expert. Yeah.
You're definitely the SME on this. I mean, I use StreamYard, free service. It's what I know. It's what I first started using. Troy's supposed to give me a lesson on how to use EVMux because I've got no clue. I tried doing a stream once on my own as a test,
Yeah.
and effed it up so royally. It's like, I don't know if this is for me.
Well,
but he's played around in it.
I do have the.
He's played around in it, and he's figured things out which I wasn't able to figure out. So he'll teach me, and then.
Yeah, and I do have a bit of an advantage with the fact that I literally can sit over her shoulder and talk her through it. It's a little bit more challenging with Wade. I will have to have some sort of a screen share type of platform or whatever to do that, and that's fine. I think it'll work out. Oh. Do I have the wrong? I've had the wrong icon showing this whole time.
What do you have up?
Well, I just looked at your stream, and it's showing. Or is this the one that? No, this is the live one. Yeah,
okay.
I'm showing up as Avon on everybody's stream, but that's not what I'm seeing in StreamYard here. So.
In EVMux, I'm seeing Avon.
I wish you'd told me, because that's not what I see in EVMux.
You had at one point it was your regular icon,
and then we had to start a new stream. Yes, I know. So anyway, I'm trying to again do things behind the stream, and I can't talk, so you need to take over your show.
Anyway. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions on EVMux, Troy's the guy to ask. I'm looking at Troy's YouTube stream where Wade has got a sentence going down, like a couple of words, and then another couple words, and then another couple words. Okay, wait. Later, not right now. I didn't mean now. I'll do it through. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was part of your chat. Okay, that's why it's like that. Okay. No, it's fine. Since I wasn't looking at his YouTube, it looked like this really bizarre conversation that you're putting up there. Let's see. Can you have paid channel members on the Green Machine? You can have paid members on the Green Machine, right? On Rumble?
I'm not sure I'm understanding the question.
You know how you got members on YouTube, people pay to be a member? Can you do that on Rumble?
Yes, I actually have 2 over there right now. Right,
I don't have any.
Right from the get-go. And like right now, you could do a Rumble rant over there. That's the equivalent of a super chat. I think there's the equivalent of a tip jar, which is like super thanks or something like that. And honestly, before year end, I may actually start a locals page to go along with it, because Rumble and locals are, in a partnership. So I might end up doing that. We'll see. But in the meantime, I am going to drop the link, because I don't think Netter has set up her forwarding. I don't think I have either, actually. So let me go ahead and do that right now, so that I can forward you guys when we leave here over to deleted scenes for coming attractions.
Customization. Go to the redirect. Deleted. I spelled deleted wrong. Underscore scenes.
Customization. Redirect.
Coming attractions. Okay, I'm set up.
And so am I. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so if you stay
wherever you are, you will be forwarded to deleted scenes for his coming attractions, where he will tell you everything he's got coming up, through the weekend.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going? Almost forgot about the stream. Here I are. I'm okay, just a bit tired lately. Tonight we were just talking about the streaming programs that we use. It's an interesting story if you want to hear me rant about the one that I was using last year that jacked up their prices to twice what all their competitors were. So I changed services this year. But okay, I'll get to that in as soon as we end the stream, Wade. I guess tomorrow is, aside from you guys are going to go over deleted scenes after you leave here, make sure you put Netter's Network raid in the chat. So not that he's not going to know where you came from. He's here right now.
He might.
But tomorrow on Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the aforementioned deleted scenes and Netter and myself will be there for the Return of the King from Rankin and Bass, 1980.
And what time would that be?
That will be 1900 hours. That's I got to do the math. 7 Central, 8. Is that right? 7 Central?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Yes, that's right. That's a 2-hour stream. It'll go right into Last Call. So that's tomorrow, early evening, late afternoon, however you call that. But then followed by what did I just say? Last Call, where we'll be talking the David Tennant years. For most new Who fans, they say that's he's usually their favorite Doctor. That used to be the case for me until his tenure ended and he kind of lost his mind. And then Saturday,
that's over on my channel where we'll be watching
Footloose. 9 Central, 10 Eastern over on Netter's Network. Just like I said before, tune into her channel for the commentary, but the Cosme link will be provided so that you can watch Footloose off platform and nobody's hackles get raised about it. Yeah, because YouTube can be like John Lithgow about those kinds of things. Sunday, Geeky Geezers. I haven't gotten the notes together, so I don't know. But we've already got a full docket of geeky news to talk about, including yet another sequel in the series that we were talking about last time. We were talking about all these 30-year-old franchises getting a third film. Well, there's another one that we're going to be talking about on Sunday. So that's Sunday. I have not gotten up a poll for Monday for the members. So members, keep an eye on the community tab. Before I go to bed tonight, I will have a poll up there and we will decide what movie we're watching on Members Night at the Movies on Monday.
That's poll, P-O-L-L, not poll, P-O-L-E. It's not a stripper thing.
Yeah.
Although that is a movie that Demi Moore was in, where there was a movie where she played a stripper.
Yeah,
yes,
Striptease. Yeah, she was really good in that movie. And I don't just mean because she was hot. She was
what
really
was disturbing
good dancer.
though is that her very young daughter was also in the film and had to watch mommy do stripper things.
Hollywood is a strange place. That's all I can say. And then Tuesday, we have a very special live from Sparkwood in 21. No Blake 7 this week because we are going to have an extended live from Sparkwood in 21. We will be rewatching what I believe to be David Lynch's first feature film, Eraserhead. And that's going to be an interesting trip. We will do our best to talk you through it. But it's, well, let's just say if you thought Twin Peaks was weird, Eraserhead is wow. And that is the week in review. Oh, and Deleted Seed says, I think I will be on Rumble tonight. We'll see. Okay, good. Yes, it is a really good idea to multi-stream to the extent that you are able.
Yeah, but Troy's going to teach me how to do that stuff because he's my program director, so he knows all that stuff, and I know nothing.
In fact, I will show you as I redo the stream for Last Call as soon as we get wrapped up here, because in less than 24 hours is Last Call. That's it. I'm done. You guys will be forwarded when we finish the stream.
Yeah, there's one thing though. On
What?
StreamYard, I know how to get ready to bring up my closing credits, and I know nothing about this.
That's okay. I've already got it set. I'll take care of it. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay,
I'll
sure.
talk you through it, in fact, because it's on brand for the stream tonight.
This is something I can do in here.
Yeah.
So all y'all can hear, he's telling me that I can end the stream on my end from my computer.
Yes.
I don't believe him because I see end broadcast.
I'll actually come to your side and I'll talk you through it.
Well, I gotta say goodbye to people first.
Yes, you do.
Okay, honey, I love you, but you don't need to be so close. Well, y'all know what I always say. We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping the comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Yeah, exactly.
It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you know you're not just our friends. You're our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere right now, and you're here, and that's so encouraging. I mean, I love seeing you guys in each of our streams. And if you're not here, I miss you. Like, I haven't seen Lady Mist in a while. So if any of y'all have seen Lady Mist, and you can tell me if she's okay, I'd like to know.
Let her know we miss her.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while, so I'm concerned that maybe she's sick or something, and I make sure she's okay. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for the many ways that you support our channels. You guys are Osmo. I said we love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. Stay right here. You will be redirected to Deleted Scenes channel, so don't move from the spot. And until next time, good night and God bless.
all for.